Welcome back, Ashen Ones, to my Dark Souls 3 walkthrough. In this episode, we'll be going through the Untended Graves. So from the consumed King's Garden bonfire there, we're just going to open the door and continue walking through, taking out the one enemy that's in here, and then picking up the Path of the Dragons gesture, and then going and opening the chest here, which has a Titanite skin. So behind it there's an invisible wall, or illusionary wall, and what you'll do is just go down and light the bonfire. And this is the Untended Graves. So up here is a shivering stone, and basically this is just another version of the Fireland Shrine. So this is where we basically spawned in up here, and you can actually find the Ashen Estus ring up here. Now head back down, and up here there is a soul packet. Now beware of these twin blade guys. They can deal bleed damage, but with our sword we're pretty much able to take them out pretty quickly. Now there's a bunch of dogs here. As long as you got your sword with fire on it, you should be okay because it will stagger them. Now there are two of these twin blade guys, so just beware of that second one. And we're just going to come up here and grab the Titanite chunk. So we're going to go down here. This is where, in the other area, there was there was a ravenous crystal lizard, but in here there's actually two. So just kind of try and stick to one and keep them both in sight, and just kind of dodge through their attacks if possible. If you notice your health getting low, just back up and heal, and then just go back to work on one, so that you can get the basically one-on-one match between you and the other, which will make it a lot easier on you. Now both of these will drop, I believe, Titanite scales. Now we're just going to head back. There's one more item in that area right there, which is another Titanite chunk on the other side, which we're going to go deal with. Beware of the dogs around the corner though, so do light up your sword here and take out the dog. Fortunately, I thought I had my shield up, so that's the reason I flamed my sword twice. We're going to go heal up because we took too much damage and used too many Estus. This is the only bonfire in this area before the boss, so the other bonfire that was generally in this next section is not there for this for here. So I was just trying to run by these guys, but they wouldn't let me. Now there is a NPC up here that does invade you. It is called the Daughter of Crystal Kermhild. Not really sure how to say that. It's a sorcerer, really easy to beat if you just spam the small weapon attack and just knock them off the ledge. Now here there's more enemies, but they are still all weak, so they're not too hard to take out. Pretty much more of just the little assassin guys. So you're just going to come over here, take out this guy so he doesn't get up and try and archery you as well. Beware of the little assassin there. Now, you can summon the Swordsmaster for this area if you want, but I am soloing all the bosses here. Now, I cut into it here because it took me a few tries to beat him because he is a pretty tough boss. But similar to the first time we fought him, all you're going to do is just kind of roll to the right a little bit don't get completely behind him because he has this little kick move now, which he'll kick you and then he may like try and like knock you up, or shoulder charge you like that. So just kind of stay to the side of him if possible, or if you do get behind him and you see him trying to kick, either back up or roll either further to the side, because I do believe the kick will follow you. Now the item over there, I actually forget to pick it up in the playthrough, but it's the Black Knight Glaive. I think it's a pretty decent item. I don't typically use anything other than a sword when I play, but I may have to start trying other types of weapons. From what it seems like, they are nerfing, I think, long swords. So we'll just see about that later on. Now, as you can see, this dude deals a lot of damage, and just kind of have to keep on your toes with him, because he does keep the pressure up on you. Doesn't give you a whole lot of opportunities to attack. Now, he is technically weak to lightning, and he resists poison, toxic, and bleed, and he's not immune to anything. So you probably want to try and use a lightning weapon if you have one, just to get the most damage out. But I tried using, I think, a lightning pine resin, but I was getting close there to dying, so I took the chance and actually swung at him 3 times and actually was able to kill him. So we're just going to rest up to refill our Estus and continue on from here. Now we're just going to go, there's no items over on the side here, so we're just going to go up the hill. There's a bunch of, I think, Silver Knights in here, so just take them out one at a time. And for the most part, they're not too hard. I mean, we've dealt with them before, so just kill them as quickly as possible and continue on. I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, I believe there's 4 of them in this area. 2 here, and then there's 1 to the right, and then 1 to the left. So we're actually going to deal with the one on the right first. And over here, he is actually guarding the Hornet Ring. So the best way to fight this guy is not in this area right here. Actually take him back into the middle there if possible, and fight him there in the middle, because he will possibly knock you off the ledge there if you don't watch out. Now with these guys, I was trying to, I think, break his shield with my sword art, which wasn't working out for me, because every time I got close enough, he would just start swinging away at me. So we're going to go this way and pick up the item over here, which is the Chaos Blade, which will also aggro the other knight. Now, beware of this guy as well, because where you are really close to an edge, he could also knock you off. That's why I'm kind of backing up and trying to get back towards the middle. And with this one, it was a little easier because I actually was able to get the sword break. Almost ran off the ledge there, trying to go the wrong way. Now we're going to come up here. There should be a soul packet, and I believe that's all the items outside here. Now we're just going to head on inside and pick up the few items that are on the inside. So down at the bonfire, there is a coiled sword fragment. Basically replaces any kind of undead bone shard. Has the same effect basically. Now the lady here doesn't really have much, but I believe I buy the prayer ring just to have another ring. And then you can get the blacksmith's hammer. And then if you go over to where Irina sits, there's a wall that you can get rid of. And you can pick up the eyes of the firekeeper. Now, that is, I believe, everything in this area. So what we're going to do is just homeward bone back to Firelink Shrine. After I'm done just kind of double checking to make sure there's nothing else. And from here we're just going to level up a few things. First we're going to just level up ourselves. Going to, I believe, get our intellect up to 30 and start working on our vigor a little bit. To just want to get everything up to 30 pretty much by the time we're about to go fight the boss, or by the end of the game. So we'll, I believe, level up our sword up to plus 10 here. So that's maxed out. And then I think all we're waiting on is to get another Titanite slab and a few more Titanite chunks, and we'll be able to level up our Pyromancy glove all the way. Which we should do, I think, in the next episode. Just kind of going through the inventory here to see what she has now. She should have a lot of items, technically, that you can pick from. A lot of these armor sets are actually some of the better armor sets in the game, which is kind of funny because you can just purchase them and actually have some of the better armor sets. But that's pretty much everything for the game, or for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content,